Hey, Diane DeWald with CreativeCatCrafts.com. Welcome back to the channel, and we are going to make these cards today. It's just so fun. These are the actual cards we're going to make. I pre-recorded everything, and let's get to it. We are going to use this Christmas cheer stamp and die bundle from Gina Designs. I just love that there's just so many choices in this. You've got your traditional Merry Christmas, you've got a and a Happy New Year. So if you're sending a dual card, for those that don't want to use Christmas, you've got Winter Wishes, Happy Holidays for those that don't necessarily celebrate Christmas. They might celebrate Hanukkah, just something like that. But you've got all these cute little elements. So I've die cut out a bunch of these. So here's the dies, and I've already, whoops, that's where those come from. So I've already got all the, like I said, die cuts cut out. So let me show you what else we're going to use to make this card. So we're going to use Master Layout 1, the smaller of the two rectangles, to cut out a background. Then for Master Layout 14, we're doing a postage die layout with all of these fun little elements that we're going to stamp out and cut. And then along with this, Master Layout 2, both of the rectangles, the one that's got the stitching and then the one that's just plain. So why don't we cut out the cardstock and go from there. So we're going to make two cards. So for the postage die, which has all these little itty bitty little holes, I like to use a piece of unused dryer sheet underneath and then place the die on top just like that. Run it through, and let me go do that right now. I'll be right back. So I've cut that out, and what I like to do, we're just going to peel this up, and I've got one little guy that's stuck in there and it didn't want to come out. So where'd it go? Oh, maybe it did come out. It did. Oh, I don't know where it popped to. So we'll put that back, and I'll just peel the border. This is why I like to use the dryer sheet. You see all those little holes? They're actually, most of them are sticking to the dryer sheet. So then there's only a couple that I have to poke through. And I'll just poke that out, let them drop down below onto that dryer sheet, and then that's it. And then I just go like this, and then I don't have those little white dots everywhere. Well, I had a few come through. So then we're gonna do, I'm gonna flip that over. My plate's starting to bend just a little. So we're gonna do the inside. So this is the outside focal. Then the stitched from Master Layout 2 is what we're going to use. Where did my top plate go? There it is. Whoa! We're going to use the Master Layouts 2, the smaller of the two, and it's got the stitched around the side. That's going to go on the inside for our greetings. Okay, so inside. Oh, I need to soak that and get all these little pieces, but that's our inside panel. Put that in. Then I had from Cut Cardstock years ago, this is Antique Gold. This is their, I believe it's Star Dream cardstock, and I had them cut it down to, it's a little bit smaller than quarter of a cardstock, but the A2 size. So see how it shines? I love this. So this one, I had to look over at my sample over there. This we're going to use Master Layout 2. Nope, excuse me. Master Layout 1, the smaller rectangle. And I'm going to cut both of these out and I will be right back. And I was actually wrong. We only need one of those in Master Layout 1. So let me put that back. We need Master Layout 2, because that's for the front. This is going to be Master Layout 2, the regular, not the stitched. I'll be right back. Okay. I like having these magnet boards so that I keep track of the dies. And if I did this right, oops, that's got some fuzz on it. Yes, perfect. So on the inside, it's Master Layout 2, both the rectangles. The white is the stitched, and whatever your matte is, I like this antique gold Star Dream metallic. That's your larger for the matte, and that's going to be really pretty. So the last thing to cut out is this black, and that is also using this Master Layout 2, the regular die, not the stitched. And voila. Yeah, what I was saying about these magnetic boards, it's super easy for me to put it all back where it needs to go. Oops, sorry for that noise, when I'm all done with it. So on the front, I like the black around this, and then I wanted to add a pop of metallic gold underneath that. I'm not ready to put it together yet. I just wanted to get it all out and then go from there. So with my Master Layout 14, I also picked up the stencil to where you can color in each of these. Oh, hang on. There we go. It was backwards. You can mask off and color in all those panels. So I want to do a little bit of the no, this is sandy beach, just to add a little bit of warmth. And let me zoom you in just a smidge. I've got my inking mat here. So let's go ahead and put the panel down. I need to clean that off and get the stencil all lined up. And stuck down. And I'm going to use my little brushes, and so I'm going to clean off this brush real quick because I'm not sure what's on it last. So I'm just going to rub this on some paper towel. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera. So let me open up the Sandy Beach. I'll load this up. I always like to have a little, because I tap that off after I load it up. And I'm just going around the edges really lightly. Of each of the boxes, just like this. I can go a little bit bigger maybe. Turn this around. Oops, that was a little heavy-handed there, but that's okay. Oh, it moved. My sticky mat moved. I gotta line this up again. Line it up. There we go. And then, okay. Okay, and voila. Got a little heavy-handed, but that's okay. And let's do the other one. We're going to lay that down. That's really pretty. So on to the next. We're going to try to do 2 side-by-sides, and might not be able to get, so I'm going to go ahead and cut off a 1/2 inch on this so that I don't get over the side stamp. That way, there, just like that. Okay, so how I'm going to do this. Let's flip this over, do all the and you'll notice on a couple of these, I've got the minty tape on the right and on the left I don't. So this is 1/4 inch minty tape from scrapbook.com, and I'm going to try and see if I can get my die cuts to stay in the cutout better than and here we go. We're gonna go ahead and slide these in. We're gonna see how this minty tape works with this first set. So far, so good. And I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black. I haven't decided if I'm doing these with colored pencils and Gamsol or alcohol. Okay, let's hopefully get those mittens one more time. Get Santa one more time. That's a little crooked, so the next time I'm going to move that just a smidge. Oh, look at that. Looks good. And get some of the flame in here. So I've got yellowed orange, and I'm gonna do, what's this? Canary yellow. And let me get one of my blending stumps. I'm just gonna blend it out. There we go. Oh, I like that. I like that. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do all of them that way because I like it. And that was Scarlet Lake. I'm going to use this for the Santa hat, and then I'm going to use Prussian green for these leaves. And I'm just going to go around the edges and then drag it out. So let me get a new stump. Oops. Oh, I like that. And I went outside the line there. Let's see if I can erase that. Oh, that's what I like about the colored pencils. I like, let's see if I can erase that a little with the white. Oh yes, I like that. And then just going to color that in just a little bit, give it a little bit of extra. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Oops, get it to the camera. That's very pretty. I like it. So I'm going to finish all these up. I think those turned out really well. Santa hat. We're going to use Scarlet Lake. And I might add in some of this white. So where's my red? We're going to use this. I think Mr. Santa Claus is coming out nicely. Okay, so we're going to give this a try. This is Eggshell. And we're going to see if we can give him a little bit of complexion. Oh, I kind of like that. Don't like the red nose. So all my others, we're going to do a little different. Oh yeah, that's much better. I like this guy a little bit better than the other guy. The guy with the red nose, yeah, that's a big hard no, but I like this one. There's our Santas. Okay, Christmas trees are next, and it's going to be Prussian green and Kelly green. And I'm going to come back in later and fill in these little baubles, Christmas ornaments. Okay, let's see what we get here. I think that came out pretty nice. What do you think? Like I said, I've got some little baubles I'm going to put in on the tree as ornaments. Oh, I need to do the trunk. Let's see. I've got a light umber. Normally I clean these stumps between, but we're just gonna add, there was some yellow on this. Oh, hey, I like that. That did a really nice job. And there we go. Christmas trees. Okay, I'm gonna do the mitten in Scarlet Lake and the scarf. on this little snowman. And for the hat, I'm going to do 90% warm gray. And the cookie, light umber. %, cool gray. And yellow orange for his nose. Okay, let's get blending. So here's the red. Let's see if we can get this and keep it where it needs to stay. Cute. Okay, new stump. We're going to do Mr. Snowman. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. There, look at that. Look at that cookie man and the snowman and those mittens. So here we've got the Christmas pine from Gina K Designs. I'm going to go ahead and score this whole thing at 4 1/4. And then trim it down to 5 1/2. We'll have 2 card bases. There we are. Oh, one's slightly smaller than the other. So we're just going to trim a little bit of excess off here. Hopefully we have even cards. So fold it over. And let's get our panels glued down. Whoop. We're going to do 1 Happy Holidays and 1 Merry Christmas. Get my glue bottle out over here. Oops. And I'll get you closer here in a second after I get this secured. Okay, let's get you closer. That's a little better. So remember at the beginning of the video, we did the postage panel on black and then the antique gold. And then we'll put that on the front of this guy. And I like using this big block just to get everything pressed down equally. Oh, my little note to myself. And get that on the front. Just like that. And like I said, I'm going to press it down so that it gets equal pressure across. Oh, I like that. Isn't that beautiful? No, I'm not going to secure the inside because I want to put a little element down here. I'm not going to make you watch me do that piece. So, get my elements. And that's crooked, not the panel, but the actual card base. So I'm going to cut off 1/8 of an inch. There, now you don't have that peeking out. Nice. So all of these little guys, I'm going to flip over and put the dimensions on, dimensionals. I'll speed it up here in just a sec. Sticky. Oops, and I did pick up Merry Christmas. Okay. This just makes it easy. And pull this down a little so you can see, and I can see on monitor. If it's lined up or not. Oop, you are crooked. There. Okay. Oof. This was so fun to do. Isn't that so fun? Oh, okay. So get this down. Pull that down. Just like that. We'll do the Santa head here. We'll do the snowman up here. Christmas tree. Nope, too high. And that's a little crooked. Better, better, better. And we'll do this. Awesome. All right, we got these together. Thanks so much for joining me today and sticking with me through this. These are such fun cards to do with the stamp set. Christmas cheer, I believe is what it's called. I already put it away. Yes, Christmas cheer. So thanks a lot for joining me. Don't forget to like the video down below. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications when I post new content. See you next time, and in the meantime, happy stamping.